The morning sun barely crept over Savannah's cobblestone streets, painting the old oaks in a hazy gold. Emily Harper, 29, pulled her Jeep into her parents' driveway, heart pounding like it knew something she didn't. 2 weeks from her wedding. Every second was a countdown. She clutched a box of finalized invitations, her engagement ring catching the light. This was supposed to be her moment, her love story with Noah, 30. Sealed in a low-country chapel. But as she slipped through the side door of her childhood home, the silence hit her like a slap. No coffee brewing, no morning news droning, just a stillness that screamed trouble. On the kitchen island, where her mom, Diane, usually left sticky notes about florists or cake tastings, sat a single sheet of paper. Black ink, jagged handwriting, not her mom's soft cursive. Wedding's off, lawyer will call. 7 words that gutted her. Emily froze, breath caught. As a year of planning, venue deposits, dress fittings, late-night playlists, crumbled. No explanation, no signature, just a void where her future should have been. She typed 1 word to her mom. Understood. Then she drove home, the Savannah marshes blurring past. Her mind numb. Emily didn't cry. She didn't call Noah. She sat on her apartment's worn couch, still in her sneakers, replaying every moment leading up to this. Was it the guest list fight with her mom? Or when she told her sister, Lauren, 26, she couldn't bring her new fling to the reception? No, this wasn't a tantrum. This was calculated. By dusk, no lawyer called, but a text from her cousin Mia lit up her phone. This was in my inbox. Think it's a mistake? Attached was a screenshot of a group chat. Harper wedding shift. Names glared back. Diane. Lauren. Her dad, Greg. They'd repurposed her wedding, same venue, same flowers, for Lauren's sudden engagement to Ethan. Invoices now bore Lauren's name. The photographer's timeline listed Lauren and Ethan. Emily wasn't just erased, she was replaced. Rage burned through her shock. Lauren had texted in the chat. Good thing the pics will look better now. Diane replied with a thumbs up. Emily's hands shook as she realized she'd trusted them with the deposits. The bookings. Because they were family, Diane had pushed for a timeless dress, saying, don't outshine the day. Greg swore he'd cover the final venue payment. We've got you, kid. But they'd planned this betrayal, leveraging her trust to wipe her out. Emily opened her laptop, created a folder. Proof. Screenshots. Receipts. Emails. She dragged them in, building a fortress of evidence. Not to beg for answers, but to armor herself. They think I'll stay quiet, she whispered. Big mistake. Days later, the wound deepened. Mia forwarded an Instagram reel from the bridal shop. There was Lauren, twirling in Emily's dress, at Emily's venue, with Emily's string quartet. Diane and Greg beamed, clinking champagne. No mention of Emily, not a tag, not a nod. She was a ghost. That night, she called Noah, voice steady despite the ache. They didn't cancel our wedding, she said. They stole it for Lauren. Noah paused, then asked, do we sue? Not yet, she replied. But I'm keeping everything. Digging deeper, Emily found an old phone. Its cracked screen holding voicemails and recordings. A file from Thanksgiving 2022 stopped her cold. She'd left her phone on during a tense dinner, capturing Diane's voice. Emily's sweet. But she's no Lauren. She's average. Lauren's got fire, potential. The word average stung worse than any insult. A dismissal that explained years of being sidelined. Emily wasn't just overlooked, she was expendable. Then came a call from Lucas, her ex from 5 years ago. Now 31. I heard about the wedding, he said, voice heavy. You need to know why I left. He revealed Diane had sabotaged their relationship, calling his boss to claim Emily was unstable, urging him to save her by walking away. I thought I was protecting you, Lucas said. Emily's grip tightened on the phone. Thanks for telling me, she said, hanging up. The pattern was clear. Diane didn't just block her path, she demolished it. Noah, too, had a story. Months before proposing, Diane cornered him with a folder. Emily's old medical bills, credit reports, Even a hospital visit from a panic attack at 23. Just so you know who you're marrying, Diane said, pushing a prenup. Noah refused but kept it from Emily to avoid a fight. Now, Emily saw the truth. Her family hadn't just stolen her wedding, they'd been rewriting her life for years. In her apartment, Emily unearthed documents. Venue contracts in her name. Florist payments from her account. A budget agreement Diane had her sign. It wasn't a budget, it was a legal transfer. Redirecting assets to Lauren, Emily emailed Diane. This stops now. Keep going, and I'll take it all back, legally. Publicly, no reply came, but Lauren posted online, painting Emily as volatile. A liar tearing the family apart. Diane liked the post. Greg added a heart. Emily screenshot it all, saving it in a folder labeled, Reckoning. The betrayal escalated. A courier delivered a notice. Emily was cut from the family trust. Erased from their future. She didn't flinch. Instead, she pored over bank records, tallying $42 she'd paid for the wedding and family emergencies. She froze a joint account when Greg tried to revoke her access. An accountant, shaken by Emily's public posts, sent proof Diane had diverted charity funds meant for Emily into a trust for Lauren. Emily's counterclaim grew: fraud, defamation, emotional distress. She posted her truth online. No rants. Just evidence. Bank transfers. Contracts. A video of Diane pressuring her to sign away rights. The post exploded. Shared thousands of times. Strangers rallied. This is manipulation. Lauren called. Furious. You're ruining Mom. Emily replied. She ruined us behind closed doors. I'm just done pretending. She blocked the number. In court, Emily's evidence, receipts, recordings, notarized statements, stood firm. Diane's side offered no proof of Emily's instability. The judge ordered an audit, granting Emily control of disputed funds. Lauren stormed out. Diane wouldn't meet her eyes. Greg shuffled away. Emily didn't gloat. This wasn't about winning, it was about standing. Weeks later, Emily returned to her parents' house, leaving settlement papers and her old keys on the kitchen table. She walked out, the door clicking shut on her past. A check for $42 arrived. Memo. Wedding reimbursement. She framed it. Proof they knew. Her friend Ava texted. Need a partner for what's next? Emily smiled. Drafting a mission for Harper & Wells. Women's advocacy. Her laptop glowed with a new beginning. Freedom isn't loud. It's the silence when no one controls you. Emily's fight wasn't just for her wedding. It was for every woman told to shrink. To silence her truth for family. Closure wasn't a headline, it was a quiet morning. Her coffee warm. Her future hers. She won by choosing herself. In the humid haze of Mobile, Alabama, where the Gulf breeze carries whispers of old secrets, Olivia Bennett, 30, stood at a crossroads. Her wedding to Caleb, 32, was 2 weeks away, a dream woven from late-night talks and hard-earned savings. But her family, mother Patricia, father Ronald, and sister Chloe, 27, had shattered it, stealing her plans for Chloe's sudden engagement. Olivia's fight wasn't just for her wedding, it was for her life. This is the story of how she faced betrayal, fought back, and redefined what family means. Olivia's first move was a warning shot. She fired off an email to Patricia, her words sharp as a bayonet. End this manipulation, or I'll take back what's mine, legally, publicly, forever. The response? Silence, followed by a vicious Facebook post from Chloe. Olivia's always been unstable. It read, painting her as a jealous liar tearing the family apart. Patricia hit like. Ronald added a praying hands emoji. The post spread like wildfire. Old neighbors and church friends piling on. Some people can't handle not being the star. Olivia didn't cry. She opened her laptop, created a folder called Justice, and saved the post. Comments, timestamps, every digital dagger aimed at her. Then came the legal blow. A courier arrived at her downtown loft, delivering a notice colder than Mobile's winter tides. Olivia was cut from the Bennett family trust. Erased from their estate, their future. No reasons given, just a signature from Patricia. Olivia's pulse didn't race. She'd expected this. She called her lawyer, Tara, and filed a counterclaim: defamation, financial fraud, emotional distress. They think they've buried me, she told Tara, voice steady. They've just given me a shovel. Olivia didn't stop at the courthouse. She took her story public, posting on Instagram with surgical precision. No tears, no rants, just evidence. Bank transfers showing $45 she'd paid for the venue, catering, and Chloe's urgent loans. A contract, signed by Patricia, promising to split wedding costs. Now redirected to Chloe. A grainy video from her phone, capturing Patricia in their old dining room. Sign this, Olivia, or you'll ruin Caleb's future. Do you want to be a mistake? The post went viral, shared 5.000 times overnight. Strangers commented, "This is gaslighting on steroids." A former classmate wrote, "You're not crazy, Olivia." "They are," Chloe called at dawn, voice trembling with rage. "You're destroying Mom's reputation." Olivia didn't flinch. "She destroyed us in private. I'm just showing the world." She hung up, blocked the number, and kept building her case. A retired accountant, shaken by Olivia's post, sent a notarized letter. Patricia had siphoned donations from a charity Olivia founded into a trust for Chloe, forging Olivia's name. The evidence was damning. Dates, logs, altered receipts. Olivia added it to her claim, her resolve hardening like steel. The courtroom in Mobile's civil division was a stark contrast to the city's vibrant streets. Pale walls, creaking benches, and a judge named Evelyn Carter, whose no-nonsense gaze cut through the room. Olivia sat beside Tara, her navy blazer crisp, her evidence stacked neatly: contracts, recordings, bank statements. Across the aisle, Chloe fidgeted, her lawyer whispering frantically. Patricia stood rigid, clutching papers like a shield. Ronald slouched, eyes on the floor. Judge Carter's voice was blunt. "Facts, not feelings. This isn't reality TV." Tara presented Olivia's case with precision. The $45 in payments, the forged charity transfers, the Facebook post defaming Olivia. Patricia's side countered, claiming Olivia's emotional volatility made her unfit to manage funds. Carter raised an eyebrow. "Where's the proof? Medical records? Psych evaluations?" Silence. They had none. The ruling was swift: an independent audit of all disputed funds. With Olivia granted temporary control, Chloe stormed out, heels clicking. Patricia wouldn't look at Olivia. Ronald shuffled after them. Olivia didn't smile. Victory wasn't the point, standing was. 3 weeks later, Olivia drove to her parents' Spanish-style home, the place where she'd once carved pumpkins and argued over curfews. She carried a manila folder, settlement papers removing her name from the deed. The house smelled of magnolia and wax polish, but it felt foreign now. She lingered in the kitchen, fingers tracing the counter where she'd rolled dough with Patricia. Then she set the folder down, placed her old house key on top, and walked out. The door's soft click was her goodbye. A week later, an envelope arrived. No return address. Inside, a check for $45. Memo: wedding and damages. No apology, just numbers. Olivia didn't cash it. She framed it, the glass glinting under a brass plaque. They knew. It wasn't about money, it was proof her truth held weight. Olivia's fight sparked something bigger. Over coffee by the Mobile River, her friend Lena texted, "I'm in for whatever's next." Olivia's laptop glowed with a draft. Bennett and Lane. Advocacy for women in crisis. It was her mission to help women trapped in manipulation. Women like her who'd been told their voice was too loud. She typed the first line. "Freedom is the quiet after the storm. When no one owns you." This wasn't just about a stolen wedding. It was about years of being molded to fit someone else's story. Family isn't silence or submission, it's respect. Accountability. The right to speak. Olivia learned that staying quiet for peace can cost you yourself. Her fight, though brutal, gave her back her life. Closure wasn't a courtroom gavel or a viral post. It was a Sunday morning. Her coffee steaming, her heart her own. She won by choosing herself. And that's a story worth telling.